on stage.
Yeah.
Why didn't that hit me until the other night? I was like, oh my fucking God. See? Just like it hit you.
My God.
Mitch's face just lit up with knowledge.
It just like, I was sitting there, I was like,
what the fuck is he talking about?
He played Loki in Asgard.
Oh my God.
And he played Loki. It was just like, why
that was
didn't
a
I
slow
get this?
burn, man.
Yes. That took a long time to hit. It was years. And I was like, wow. Damn.
That's
I even told
awesome.
my wife, she's like, who?
Oh.
She's like, who's Loki? I'm
No.
like, never mind. Sorry, baby.
Mischief, gotta.
What else we got, sir? Anything else on Blu-ray, DVD?
Well, you have Dark Fate up here, don't you?
Yeah, that Terminator Dark Fate.
Well, I rented that one offline too.
How was that?
I'm gonna watch it today or tomorrow. I think so.
Okay, I've got a couple days, so I might watch that too. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's another Terminator movie. I'll watch every one that comes out, but there has been some real stinkers.
I'm going to say that I don't necessarily look forward to it, but I'll watch them just to see if somebody does something cool with it.
It's
I
like,
definitely
how are
don't
they-
look forward to it.
Well, how are they going to change everything up? Because the Terminator is the only constant thing throughout all of them.
I think
right?
we've already discussed how they're going to change it up.
Well, I mean,
Terminator.
Sarah Connor's back.
no, it's the Transformers crossover they're
That's
making.
right. Transformers
As long as
versus
they go
Terminator.
that way.
Skynet.
Skynet takes a hold of Cybertron. What?
You just hear that, and then you hear Skynet assemble.
And it's just this giant city.
Yeah.
Omega Skynet fighting your battle for you.
And you know how they're saved? Fucking Unicron.
Oh. Yeah, but he gets
You
assimilated.
repurpose Orson Welles' voice.
He's I want to eat cheese.
And the bad guy in it is the ultimate bad guy when you find out the planet Earth is a transformer. And
And then a bunch of people die because of gravity and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
But obviously you guys didn't watch one of the Transformers movies because Unicron is Earth.
Yeah, remember, I think I told you, fuck those movies,
Yes,
dude.
yeah.
I
he was
tried. So
growing.
actually, I was in a hotel this weekend, or this week rather, through the week. And so I got back to my hotel one night, and Transformers: The Last Night. Is that the name of it?
Yeah.
With like who was
John Goodman. And it had the actual dinosaur Transformers in it. The Dinobots.
I don't know. It was the one with
Dinobot.
was the guy who played Hannibal in it?
Mads Mikkelsen?
No, like
Yeah, Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony
Yeah.
Hopkins. Thank you. I couldn't think of his last name. I kept wanting to say Anthony Perkins. I'm like, that's not it.
Anthony Hopkins was in that one, and then there was a whole bunch of just weird stuff in it. And John Goodman was a voice.
I don't know. I watched like a section of it. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching, dude?
They went off the rails big time on that one. And Mark Wahlberg made a lot of money off of that one too.
I'm sure he did.
He opened up a couple of extra burger chains. You know?
I'm
Put more
still
of his
baffled
family
by
to
that.
work.
Yeah, yeah. He's like, my whole family doesn't have to work after these movies.
Seriously.
Ever.
Ever.
Yeah,
Come on, Donnie. It's okay.
yeah. Well, have any like other streaming news?
I don't.
Well, I don't know. Netflix has got this series that I'm going to look for because I watched that Aaron Hernandez one, which is kind of weird.
I haven't watched it yet.
That dude's a fucking weirdo.
Yeah,
yeah. But
Obviously.
if you watch it, it's a 3-part series, it's like an hour. I'm not a big sports enthusiast, by any means, except for when
I was just
ride
happy I didn't have him on my fantasy team. That year.
Yeah. Dude, the dude was 20 years old and won a fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Nuts. The dude was fucking badass in football, right?
He really was.
It was just amazing. But there's this show that I'm going to look up, Pandemic, How to Prevent an Outbreak. So I'm not really sure,
You definitely didn't read that.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me go to my notes.
Tubi has Dark Shadows, the full entire TV series.
Oh,
on it. So if
nice.
you ever want to watch any of those
Yeah,
old
that's
ones, some
kinda
of them
cool.
are cool, but I mean, it's a soap opera for nighttime.
100%.
And then,
And you didn't even get the main guy until like the second or third season.
yeah.
Barnaby?
They went supernatural after that. I was watching a documentary about Dark Shadows. So, I mean, kids would literally run home from school
Yeah,
to
my
watch
mom.
it.
My
That's
mom told me
crazy.
about that. She's like, that was my favorite show. I would run home, watch
Kids
that show.
love that show because it came on like at 4 o'clock or 3:30 or something like that. So they come in and watch fucking Dark Shadows.
Well, I mean, what were your options back then? You had what, maybe 2 channels, maybe 3?
All My Children.
You know?
I imagine Days of Our Lives was still on.
Oh yeah. No. They were, but this was that darker edge. You know, they started with weird stuff, and then they eventually ended up with like some really weird shit.
Yeah, like
vampires, werewolves.
Yeah.
They had hit songs on fucking on the charts and shit like that.
We'll wait for Dropped Culture Productions. After dark.
Shadows.
That would actually be a funny crossover.
Yes,
Absolutely.
it would. Yeah.
Days of Our Lives.
Well,
After dark.
John Wick Chapter 3 is on HBO. Just came out on HBO. Shudder really, I haven't really watched a lot on Shudder. They need to like update some stuff. Not a lot of good stuff. I watched that movie Society last night.
Okay.
Fucking weird movie. Like some dude is actually a butthead, and he even says it too. He's like, "Oh, I guess I was always a real butthead." And his head is sticking out the butthole of a fucking a disembodied torso, and he's like, he's making fart noises with.
Oh my God, that's terrifying.
Yes, it is. No. Just you gotta watch it. Even just if you fast forward it just to watch the disgusting, weird last part of it. Oh, you will be. Sorry. You will be amazed at how depraved it is.
Phlegm, friend of the show.
Yes. It's really, really weird.
Let me call him up real fast. Oh my God. Anywho.
Anybody got any new music?
This is just weird news. Eminem dropped a album, like surprise album out of the blue. Oh, yeah. And the only reason that I even took notice is because the name of the album is pretty great. Music to be Murdered by.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm down with it.
No comment.
I mean, like, I'm not saying it's like, oh my God, that's truly edgy. It's more like just a title, and it's like, all right, I get it. You know,
no, that's what I would name a mixtape. That's fine.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
But like, he's at this point, he's like, that's what he's doing.
He's like, I'm done.
I don't know.
I'm done trying.
The mixtape name tonight is going to be
Yes. Music to be murdered by.
Yes.
Dropped to be Murdered by.
Yeah. About to be murdered by Eminem.
Dropped to be cultured by.
No, that's fucked up.
Anyways.
Murder.
Well,
What you got, brother?
The only new music that I got is from Wire. It's an old band from back in the day, old punk band, and they had some really phenomenal early records. They're coming out with a new one called Mine Hive, so I'm looking forward to that one.
Right on. I saw Napalm Death released a new single. Do you remember a band called Napalm Death?
Yes, sir.
So it's they're going to have a new album out next year. And this is obviously heavier music. But what I thought was interesting about
Couldn't tell by the name.
Napalm Death, I think it'd be cooler if they did like nursery rhymes and shit. But no, at any rate, they have a new single called Logic Ravage by Brute Force. Sounds like a heavy metal song by somebody that's thinking real deep.
It's Napalm Death.
But they did a cover of a Sonic Youth song called White Cross.
Nice.
Because they're big fans of Sonic Youth.
Yeah.
That's kind of what got them
Sonic
into
Youth.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I was like, well, that's interesting enough. I might see if I can pick that up somewhere.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it'll be on Spotify and everything like that, of course.
I assume.
So, yeah. So it'll be cool.
I'm in a weird vinyl mood, so I might find just random if I can, you know what I mean?
Speaking of vinyl.
What?
Speaking of vinyl. Got some vinyls for you.
Oh.
Vinyl Corner.
Vinyl Corner. With Brock Smith.
Captain Beefheart and his Magic Band, the live bands, live 66 to 81, so there's a whole bunch of live shows coming out on that. I know Tyson's a big fan of that. Yeah.
Beefheart?
Yeah, Beefheart.
Okay.
It's spelled with an F.
Okay, capital
Beefheart.
F. B fart.
Yes.
Got it.
Yep. Fu Manchu's got a limited edition 7-inch out called Start the Machine. And there's a reissue of The Distillers, Coral Fang, that's out there somewhere. It's probably been out for a little while, but I'm not a real huge Distillers fan, but I know a lot of people are. They're kind of they're pretty prolific at their time, but nothing really too crazy. If you don't know, she used to be married to Josh Homme.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, so
Yes.
yeah, so it's his wife.
Don't
She's
know
from
either of those people.
Australia. She was married to Tim Armstrong. Two Armstrong.
Oh, the one testicle.
I know Stretch Armstrong.
Stretch Armstrong. You got to say Armstrong like that.
Well, disclaimer, awesome vinyl corner. Disclaimer for the listeners. Tyson is a very big fan of Captain Beefheart.
Captain Beefheart.
But I will say this. If you've not listened,
Good luck.
yeah,
You really have to
prepare yourself for something that's very abrasive.
very abrasive and different.
It
and
is
avant-garde.
definitely,
Yeah.
it's definitely different. It was painful to get through, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I could see where some people, like I mentioned, where it revolutionized some things. 100%, I could see that.
Yeah.
But not for me. That's not like a re-listen for me.
Nah, I liked it a lot. It was just so avant-garde and weird, and there's so many different avenues you could take with it.
That's because you guys are hipsters.
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
I'm not.
Yeah,
No.
I got my mustache and I like my IPAs. God damn it, I'm sorry.
He's got his tight jeans on.
What kind of scotch do you have? Is it triple malt or double? Give me an IPA. I want something with a hint of orange peel in it. I'd have to kick my own ass if I actually really said that shit.
Agreed.
Like I walk
can
into the
do
bar,
that.
it's like, do you have a wine list or even a beer list of your IPAs? Fuck, I'm gonna have to go kick my ass in the bathroom.
And while you
Never.
have a beard, you do not have an unnecessary beard that's
Yeah.
cut like everybody else's beard.
When somebody comes up, when somebody that I know actually is like, oh look, I got these really great IPAs. I'm like, dude, for real? Give me a Lone Star, motherfucker. I don't give a shit what it fucking.
I'll
tastes
drink an
like.
IPA. Don't get me wrong; they're good. But the problem with IPAs is that once you have an IPA, that's what you're drinking for the rest of the night because no other beer tastes right after that because it's very hoppy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of designer beers.
I don't
Give me
mind trying
fucking
different
some-
things.
some
Whatever.
Swill. Give me that fucking.
I don't
the
drink
beast.
enough for it to matter, so
I know.
it's usually like when I go out.
Is there a can of beer somewhere? If I want to drink, I'm going to drink it. I don't give a fuck what it is. Give me the cheapest shit you got.
Generally, I'll go with old tried and true Jameson.
Jameson. Sponsored by, not
Jameson.
Jameson.
Sponsored by Dan.
Your corner liquor store. Okay,
Maybe that needs to be one of our corners from now on. We'll have the wrestling corner, the vinyl corner, the corner liquor store.
the liquor store. It's like, so I went in the other day and I bought me,
I bought myself a strawberryta.
no, that's what Mitch is drinking.
What's a strawberryta?
It's strawberry margaritas.
Margaritas? I'm confused.
Well, I guess we'll stop you from being confused.
Do you got a mixtape, Brock?
I got a mixtape.
Why don't you drop us a mixtape?
Well, I kind of put together like 3 or 4 of like some really favorite artists of mine
Okay.
and kind of made ultimate tracks. So this one is called Weezer Ultimate Tracks. These are my personal
Okay, I like it. I like
favorites, you know. So to start it off, I got The World Has Turned and Left Me Here. El Scorcho number 2, Hash Pipe, No Other One, Surf Wax America, Only in Dreams, In the Garage, Why Bother, The Good Life, Falling for You, and End It All with Say It Ain't So.
That is
I
a good
will not
Weezer.
go Turn the
list.
lights
I like it.
off.
I would have just put the whole Blue
Carry
album in the second album, but then I was like, I got to mix it up a little bit. It is a mixtape.
And that's for all your Weezer listening needs.
Yes.
Weezer.
The name of that one is Dropped to Be Cultured By.
But, you know, they have a new album coming out this year, too, so I don't know. Hopefully it's better than Ratitude.
Was that based off of Ratatouille?
I think
Yeah,
so.
that was actually the soundtrack for Ratatouille.
Was it really?
No.
I was like, oh my God. It sounds close
Yeah, it
enough
does.
where I
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
put it past Weezer.
But it's Rad, not Rat.
Yeah.
Ratatouille.
Ratitude. A lot of people like the later Weezer stuff. I'm a big fan of the original stuff.
Oh,
So,
yeah, I like the earlier stuff better for sure.
yeah, I know
The
Tyson
remake
does,
of
too.
Ratatouille is Ratatouille.
Rad.
It's just Weezer, but the exact same story plot.
Yeah.
Nice.
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 They're like on top of this guy's shoulder pulling his hair to make him do all this shit.
Make him play drums and
Yeah.
bass and everything.
Exactly.
But they look just like Weezer.
It's the lead singer just
Yeah.
5 times.
Yeah.
No, that's great. It's great.
Well, that's all I got for today.
Yeah, I think that'll do it.
I think it will. All right,
Well,
guys.
let's get out of here.
Well,
Yeah.
from sunny Manitou Springs, it's not butt-ass cold out there today, so...
Yeah, it's
not
butt-ass
bad.
cold enough. Whatever.
Yeah. We have